Shitty ways of reaching out to people. Like, I'll just start off with like what happened. Like I put, it's like on an Instagram post.
Mhm.
And I feel like we talk about this shit all the time, but um, this fool needs to hear this shit, which he won't, but whatever. I put something out on Instagram. I think it was actually about that single. It was like a post. Um, and this dude puts a comment about uh, check your DMs ASAP, right? And like immediately when I see something like that, it's just like, yeah, okay, sure, yeah, I'll check my DMs. Oh, your sound is out. Did you?
Oh, shit, I
Come on,
coughed and hit
dude.
mute.
Get
Nah,
your that'll
you coulda just kept talking, like, send me a little private chat. You freaked out.
no, I
That was
mean,
the
do we need
"Your
to end?
sound is out.
What
You
the
black."
fuck? Well, I'm glad it wasn't my shit. Anyway, you were laughing and shit, and I was like, "Oh, that's weird."
"What's he doing? He's
Uh,
ruined it. I shoulda never did a
start all over.
podcast with a black
He'll never get
guy.
his shit together. I should have known it.
Look at his set."
20 years of straight fucking up.
You told me to leave my set the way it is, so
I mean, you
that's
could
all you
change
get.
it. I'm about to go through some upgrades on mine, by the way, but
Are you cool? That'll really
yes,
enhance
I
the
wanna
show on
I
one
I
half
had a
of the
I
screen.
had a feeling you were about to upgrade to a GoPro, so I
Oh,
was
we're
like, "You
gonna
know
talk
what?"
about that in a second.
So I
We're
gotta
gonna talk
step my
about
game up even more to make sure you stay in the gutter.
Oh.
Um,
Wow, the
the
gutter.
gutter.
You sounded like President Trump just then. It was sick.
Oh, let's not go down that rabbit hole.
Anyway, go
Anyway,
ahead.
this dude sends me, or he messages on a post, "Check your DMs ASAP." And then, like, when I saw it, I was like, you know, that shit happens so often that it's just like, whatever. I typically just ignore it. At
Yeah.
some point, I did go check my DMs, and his DM was like, um, "Hey, bro, let me know when you get this." And it's just like,
The
what?
DM? Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
the DM was like, "Hey, let me know when you get this." And I get a lot of shit like that, or at least a moderate amount of stuff like that, and it's always bullshit. You know what I mean? It
Yeah.
always gets ignored. Um, But I just thought, I was thinking about that thing, like, I don't know what this guy is trying to do, but it's like you're trying to get my attention for something, but you 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 put a comment on a post that you didn't even acknowledge. Like, I'm trying to get something out to the world, I worked hard on this thing or
Putting a
whatever.
little soldier out
I'm
there.
trying. You're right, exactly, way to tie it in. And, so, like, this is something that I've worked hard on. I'm trying to put it out there, and you don't even acknowledge that, but you say, "Hey, check your DMs." Like, you coulda just been like, "Hey, dope artwork, check your d" anything
Anything.
to be like, "Hey, I looked at your shit."
Right.
At least. Didn't follow, didn't like it, and all that's cool, but you say, "Go check your DMs," and I go check my DMs, and it's like, "Hey, let me know when you get this." And it's
Yeah.
like, why is this fucker, like, directing me around? You know what I
Right.
mean? And it's just like, stuff
Look,
like that is so annoying.
eh,
And you could take 5 seconds to look at what the fuck I'm doing. You could click on a couple of links and find, my email address and, like, send me a personal email or something. I don't know
right.
what it is. Usually stuff like that. I was like, "Hey, you wanna collab?" And, I don't know. I just, it bugs me, like, when people do stuff like that, you know?
Oh, yeah. It's a it's a it's just not classy at all.
At all.
Uh,
I agree.
yeah. It's social media. So, be social, have
Yeah.
some class, just like you said, there were so many ways he could have handled that
It's an
and get
amateur way of going about it.
and
Yeah.
definitely, and get to the point. Like you
Right.
said, who's got time to be clicking here and clicking there? It's like you're on a wild goose chase,
Right. Yeah, I
and it's
don't
like, "Did you do
understand, like
this? If you did this, then did you do this?" You know what I mean? "Okay, well, maybe you can find me over here. Who knows?
right, like,
Click
what
the
am I
link."
chasing around, you know? Like, I
Yeah,
I I think it irritates me 'cause, time is, like, becoming more and more precious and trying to get so many things done, and then there's other things, like, not having enough time to even, like, spend with family outside of that, and, like, here I
yeah,
am wasting my time with that kinda shit. Like, it puts you in the complete opposite bucket that you wanna be in
Right.
when you're reaching out to people, and
Like, I mean, just imagine, if you were doing business with this person,
mm,
like face to face, you know, the meet me at Starbucks and we'll discuss this project. Just imagine how big of a waste of time that meeting would be,
oh, yeah.
dealing with this person,
Yeah.
you know, it's like,
These people usually expose themselves pretty early
right,
on, thankfully, but
exactly.
yeah.
I mean, yeah, that's one thing you need to know who you're dealing with, especially if you're trying to collab or do anything creative with anybody, or it can be a complete waste of time. And
Oh,
I
yeah.
used to be one of those fools where you wouldn't want to collab with me.
Oh, I know.
I could speak firsthand of that. Just bullshitting,
Yeah.
running your mouth, playing games. Okay, well, let's do it, postponing or putting things off.
Oh,
Can you
yeah.
give me 2 more days? And it's just,
That's a big red flag right there.
yeah,
No offense to your self, but yeah, that is a big red flag. Like, you set a date and, like, I got a pretty tight schedule, so, like, I can't be
right.
fucking around
Oh,
30
oh
minutes
yes.
late waiting around, you know.
I know.
Oh, I know you
I
know.
but it's you really need to, and what snapped me back into reality was I dealt with somebody who's worse than I've ever been in my entire life. That fool I
Yeah.
mean, just waiting around and meeting up and him talking about what they did last night or what show, nothing productive.
Right.
Just
Yeah.
a constant loop of wasting time
Yep.
pretending like you're planning or pretending like you're going to collab and get things done. It's really important to know who you're dealing with, and the first sign of any kind of stall or lag or no proof, like, okay, I'll bring that scene by and we can discuss it
Mhm.
tomorrow at the coffee shop or whatever. And you get to the coffee shop, there's no scene, you know.
Right.
That's
Oh, I forgot that. Yeah, it shows people's dedication and
right,
how serious
right.
they're taking things, and
So from if that happens early on, just know you are dealing with a bullshitter who's gonna waste your time. Get out.
yeah. Yeah.
Get out. That's
Absolutely.
my advice. Get out.
Yeah.